We're going to demonstrate the 12 defense of Balintawak. In Balintawak defense, the hand holding the stick moves around the waist. Show that? Moves around the waist. So the hand moves around the waist. As it moves around the waist, the student shifts their weight to the back leg, and their shoulder faces their opponent's midsection. So now they go from a 100% target to a 50% target. And the stick stays straight up and down. Their left hand stays behind the stick to help with the block. Eyes always facing forward, and they're moving on the balls of their feet, and their feet are shoulder width apart. So ready, position. 1, hit. So the counter is always to the head. Notice that the elbows are clipped, and the waist, the weight moves to their front leg when they counter. Defense number 2, block number 2, step forward. So again, the stick goes straight back. The elbow is at a 90-degree angle, clipped to the side, eyes facing forward, stick straight up and down. Front shoulder faces the middle of their opponent's chest. Again, they have a 50% target, and they're going to counter by kicking off the back leg, twisting their core, and hitting to the head. Hit. The hit is always to the head. The counter is always to the head because the head is the battery. Once the battery is out, the fight is over. 3. So block number 3, arms are extended out about waist high. The bottom hand is using the webbing to block the wrist, and the stick is blocking right at the elbow to break the elbow, and their arms are extended straight out, their weight's on their front leg. Hit. When they hit, they do a C motion, and the weight moves to the back leg. Again, the strike is to the head. 4. 4 looks just like number 1. Hit. 5, it's blocking a strike or a thrust to the belly. So the left hand faces down, and the stick guides the blade or the stick that's attacking them backwards. They move their weight, and they do a sucking sound to pull in their midsection to avoid any contact with the blade. So 5. Look, notice that the weight is still on the back leg. The shoulder faces forward. Hit. They move forward with all their weight to counter to the head. 6. 6 looks just like number 2. Hit. 7, step back. Hit. Just like number 1. 8, they're going to block a strike to the knee. So 8. The palm of the hand blocks the stick hand of their opponent, and their stick hits the elbow. Notice that they are bent slightly backwards, and they're going to hit. They shift their weight to their back leg to generate power through the stick to hit the head of their opponent. 9, step forward. Again, that's a strike to the other knee. It's just like number 3, but lower. Hit. 10. They don't move their feet. They just move their arm back and their weight. Hit. Just like number 2. And 11. Step back to block to the face. And it's just like number 1. Hit. And number 12, we're going to do it in 4 steps. Again, this is a block to the top of the head. So move number 1 for 12. 1. They parry in front of their face, and their head moves to the left. The stick goes parallel to the ground. 2, they pop the stick, which breaks the elbow of their opponent. 3, they're going to step forward. As they step forward, they cock their stick next to their head, and they extend their left hand out, which is going to push down on their opponent's elbow. And 4, come down to the top of the head of their opponent and back. 1 motion. 12. Back.